Hey lovelies, I'm here back again with another takedown talk video. So I did do, I think, one of these so far and people responded well to them and asked me to do more of them. So I decided I'm going to do some takedown talks here and there. This video is going to be all about staying in your own lane. With the takedown talks, I love the fact that the topics come to me, or it's a topic that's kind of like on my mind or on my heart already. Just so you guys know, all I'm going to be using is extra virgin coconut oil to apply to my fingers just to make sure I don't, ruin the curl pattern or have any frizz. Staying in your own lane is really, really important, and it's twofold. One is people who always has something to say about what everyone else is doing, especially negative things. That's one half of it, where it's staying in your own lane by not always having something to say or having negative opinions about what everyone else or anyone else is doing. And then also the other half of it, which is staying in your own lane and not worrying about what other people are doing in a competitive way. People, I think, get worried or concerned or devalue their own life choices based on what other people are doing. So I understand that people are gonna have opinions. I know certain people who literally will always have a judgment, and it's usually negative. And I kind of feel like, why should it matter to you what everyone else is doing? At the end of the day, I'm usually just like, the bottom line is, I wouldn't, but to each their own. Or I'm not into that, but hey, I guess someone is. There are billions of people in this world. A lot of people personally make it their job to negatively comment on other people's decisions, choices, style, relationships, whatever it is, job choices. For those people, I just felt like saying that if you always have something negative to say about someone else, I think it speaks more on your own life. Honestly, I just feel like there has to be a deeper rooted issue for why someone would be constantly negatively judging other people or having something to say about someone else. But for people who are on the receiving end of it, I just feel like, don't worry about it and don't take it too seriously, because most of the times it's usually something that they're working on or something they need to work on. If people disapprove of something you're doing with no valid reason, it's usually because they kind of wanted to do something like that but counted themselves out or never thought they could or something like that. And then when they see someone else doing it, they obviously feel some kind of way. And that has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with the person who's out there doing it. But then, they'll want to make you feel bad about it because they feel bad about it. And that just has to do with negativity in general. There's a really great quote, I think. There's a really great quote that I've heard before that says, they'll hate you if you do it, and they'll hate you if you don't. So do it anyway. They will have something to say no matter what you're doing. And I used to be the kind of person that really, really, really cared about what other people thought. It can be time consuming and it's stressful. And most importantly, I feel like it's important to stay in your own lane, because if you don't, you will always be worrying about what someone else is doing, and therefore you'll never be satisfied with your own life decisions, or you'll never be satisfied with what you're doing because it's not what someone else is doing, or because someone else seems to have something better. Keyword there being seems to have. Who knows what's really going on in that person's life? Especially with the world we live in today with social media, you have no idea what that person is actually going through. You only know what they want you to think. If you're always considering everyone else in your decisions and thinking, well, this person did that, so I should be on this route, and it looks like it worked out for them, so maybe I should be doing this differently, you're never gonna be satisfied with your own choices. You're never going to be satisfied with your life. And it's such a hard thing these days because of the fact that, everyone else's life is always being thrown in our faces now. I think it's like a voyeuristic thing that has been instilled into our society, where everyone wants to be observing what everyone else is doing. Worry about yourself. Instead of being concerned about everyone else and their choices and what they're going to think about your choices or how your choices differ from their choices, just think about you. Does this make you happy? Does this choice satisfy you? Does this choice fit your life right now? This kind of connects back to my confidence video. You really won't be able to ever have self-confidence in anything that you do if you're constantly comparing yourself and lining yourself up and matching yourself with people around you. It's such a weird concept. It's so natural to our society now, but it's like, if they're not doing what I'm doing and I'm doing it, I'm better. or if they're doing something better than I'm doing and I'm not doing it, they're better. Honestly, you don't know where that person is in their life. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they're going to go through. All you know is what you've been through and where you are in life. People will compare ages, or they're 25 and doing this and that, and how come I can't? And it's like, in any case, whether they're not doing as well as you are or they're doing better than you are, and I put air quotes because it's like, what does that really mean, The only time I think you should really be comparing yourself to other people is when it comes to making goals. Obviously, everyone's goals are personalized, and you don't need to be making the same goals everyone else is making, because that doesn't make any sense. They're not living the same life as you. I feel like it's fine to do that when it comes to, seeing what's out there. What baffles me so much is that, it makes sense, you see Beyonce, and she's doing amazingly, and she and her husband are worth like $1 billion, and their daughter's so cute, and this and that, people like that. It makes sense to look up to it and admire it, but what baffles me is that there are 7 billion people in the world. So many people, and it leaves so much room for individuality and uniqueness and personalizing your own life. Everyone in this world is on a different path. You have individuals who, even though they all live in the same place, they're all made up of their experiences, their demographic factors, their goals in life. Everyone is different. So it just baffles me that society will give you some sort of standard for what success is. It'll give you a standard for what you should be doing. And you might think you're not doing well in life because you're not doing X, Y, Z. But maybe you need to do ABC first before you can ever do XYZ. Or maybe you'll never do XYZ. Instead, you'll do DEF, and is way better for you than XYZ ever would have been. Why would you judge someone on their personal decision just because it doesn't match something that you understand or something that you would do? It's just kind of nuts to me. For you who's on the receiving end of it, don't take it too much to heart. It is so discouraging. And obviously this tracks back to natural hair as well. People see someone else going natural and they're like, look what she's doing. She knows she's not cute with short hair. I don't know why she thinks her boyfriend's gonna be okay with that. Judgment. Other people hear that. Now they're questioning their TWA. Now they're questioning going natural. So what? Let that person stay in their lane and let you stay in yours. And you make your decisions based on what's important to you. It's fine to compare yourselves in order to motivate yourself, but just take everything with a grain of salt. Know that everyone is in a different place in life. Every single person is living a different life. There's no one in this world who's living the same life as someone else. And I find that to be extremely beautiful and something to be embraced. Something that makes humans humans. We don't all have the same goals. We don't all have the same life, so we shouldn't all have the same judgments. We shouldn't all have the same idea what success is. And I think once people are able to come to that realization, at least for myself, I became a much more comfortable, confident, satisfied person. Doesn't mean that whatever you're doing is the right thing to do because it's good. It could be a mistake, but it's the right mistake for you to make right now. And so everything happens for a reason. And I'm pretty much done taking down these flexi rods. Please comment below about this topic. I love it. I just love this topic because it just it invigorates me. It makes me feel more passionate about my path in life when I know that this is my path and it's no one else's. So no one else's judgments on my life should really matter, obviously, unless I'm doing something to hurt, myself or something, or they care about me, your parents. I just feel like a lot of times it's strangers, a lot of times it's social media, a lot of times it's celebrities, a lot of times it's she has this or she has that, or he posted this, so that means they're doing this in life, they're doing this well. But here's just a close-up of my flexies, guys. Let me continue playing with it off camera. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Let me know what you think about this topic down below for sure. And I will see you guys in my next video, and I'll see you for another chat, my next takedown talk, or my next tea talk. So look out for it. See you guys.